this is where I come from, this is what I am. And now in German, das bin immer noch ich.
So muss es auch sein. Yamas Leute, today with Loco Dice. Loco Dice, please introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is Loco Dice. I'm from Düsseldorf, Germany, DJ and producer and wine lover.
So there is a small story behind the two of us. I don't know if you remember. It's fucking 20 years ago. There was a gig here in Düsseldorf, and a good friend of us, Fotios, asked me, can you drive Loco Dice to a gig and then we get free passes and free drinks? I was like, yeah, why not? And I had a very small car, and then I took you there. Do you remember this?
No.
In Essen. It's fucking long time ago.
But still,
20 years, man.
But still, when friends are around, hey, I drive you, I can expect only a small car, which is fine. I'm good. As long as I sit in the front,
everything was fine. But you were sitting in the back. Yeah, really. It's fucking 2 years. It was amazing. So the main question that I have is how you became a wine lover.
it started maybe in 98, 99.
Hold this for a second and okay. I pour wine. You know?
Sure.
Because then it's not
98, 99. And to be honest with you, it was the time when Timo Maas took me under his wings. And Timo is, how can I say, alcohol lover. He's not an alcoholic, but he loves spirits. Yeah. He loves wines. He loves whiskey. He loves anything with that. And he's like we say in German, ein gemütlicher Mensch. He likes to eat. And he started to introduce me into wines. Yes, please. Yeah. You know, I had the possibility and the opportunity to tour all around the world and have dinner in fancy, expensive places with fancy, expensive wines. Yeah. And then I started to say to myself, who knows how long this lasts? It's gonna last. So let's get to know it, you know? And I started to understand what wine is. In the beginning, it was difficult. And then he was saying to me always, you know, I can't teach you. I'm also not a wine expert. You learn by drinking.
Truly words.
And this is what happened then. I started really by drinking to understand how does it taste, what is the texture, and then people start to tell you stories about the wine. And yeah, slowly you're like, wow, okay, I like this, you understood what grape is your favorite, what region is your favorite, and it became a hobby. Yeah. And then you start to collect wines, select wines, order wines, buy wines, put yourself in wine clubs.
Spending a lot of fucking money for it, right?
A lot of fucking money in wines, comparing wines, and then it became like a challenge, you know, when you are somewhere in a hotel private, where you have to pay, you know the prices, and you're like, motherfucker.
Yeah, must. It's a Spanish wine, and there is also a small story behind it. Okay. You gave me one when you visited me back in the days in my restaurant. You came with a Spanish wine, and I'm not sure anymore, but I think it was also from Priorat.
Don't remember.
Yeah, I'll show you later on. Maybe we find it out. Yeah. And that's why I brought it, because I thought maybe this is your style. So
it is my style. Yeah, by the way. Totally heavy, texture, creamy.
But it's not too fat, so it's drinky still.
Yes, drinky and goes straight to the head.
Yeah, this is the goal. Huh? Sometimes. How you feel it in your world, in DJing world, and you're traveling a lot all around the world. I see it all the time on Instagram. So. How you recognize wine, how it happened there? Is it the fancy champagne bopping bottles still, or is sometimes young people around and have an access, maybe like it was when you was a beginner, something like that? How is it?
It's exactly the same like now. When I have the youngsters with me, they can't, wine, sure. They drink whatever comes on the table. They don't care. But you feel them by themselves, they would not order wine or talk about wine. All right. The talk is different. The wine exists with the old school cats, the old school DJs. If you are with Sven Feth or Carl Cox or those, or Richie, everybody has his preference, and depends who you want to show off, or you have your wine, you know, this is my wine, I drink the Ott, I drink this, I drink that. And we talk about wine, honestly. But the youngsters know. This is then where I jump in as an old school cat, and I'm like, look, we order this bottle of wine. How do you like the wine? And then they look at you, I don't know. And they're like, yeah, taste it, you know.
Yeah.
And hopefully they get the kick out of it, and maybe they go. So their wine plays a huge role having dinner, because we still love to meet ourselves and have dinner. And when you have dinner, you need an amazing bottle of wine.
True.
Amazing. And if your friend is paying and you know he's a big DJ, you order the best bottle. Because why? He can afford it, you know? And the same goes back, you know?
This is the spirit.
Yeah,
I think you're fine with that, don't you?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. No worry. You just smile. You're like, wait till next time you invite me.
Yeah.
Boom.
There you go. So this is what I love. So there is a question that I gave to everybody, you know, and because I have one format, it's called Musik im Glas. It's music in the glass. So my question for you: what song is this glass?
This here is a nice Carlos Santana. Maybe oye como va el ritmo. Yeah.
This is for you.
This is how I feel right now with this wine.
And I always make this question, and I see that you have a very connection to music, because you are very quick, you know, with the answer. The other one was, oh, what a difficult question. So,
you know, the thing is this: you have your top 20 in your head, the music that you always listen to, you know, and it comes with the top 20 of wines. And when this is the first time I'm trying this wine, but I try to compare it to a wine or to a taste that I feel. And I told you from the beginning, that's my style.
Yeah.
So it's familiar. So it's very easy to bring it with a wine. In the beginning, you know, it's not a Bob Marley.
No.
Bob Marley needs to be more heavy, needs to be more like.
But the kind of smoothness as well, right?
That's why the Carlos Santana. It got a big band. It got the percussions. It's not the dubby thing, the reggae thing. You know, I feel reggae. A lot of people think reggae has something to do with being high with light. No, I feel reggae is very heavy music, very deep music. You know, while an orchestra with Carlos Santana is more. The percussion drives you. This is being light in this wine, you know. Oh, we're becoming poetic. Oh my God.
No, man. I tell you the truth. This is amazing that you bring it on this point. You know, you see, so you can describe and bring feelings with your tongue right now, with speaking to music. This is a difficult part, yeah, to create feelings. And for me, this is the same that a wine creates feelings for me, the same like music and art does. Wow. And that's why I create this. You. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I create this format. And for me, it may be a different one, and for you, it's a different one. Oh, it's fine, you know. And then it
has to be like this, otherwise it would be very boring.
So you said you have your top 10. Still some deep hip hop beats inside?
Oh yeah, man. There is hip hop. I mean, hip hop. It starts from Africa Bambaataa, which is the birth of everything for me. It goes over an Ice-T, which I really grew up.
New Jack Hustler.
More. It was more. But that record was good. But it was more like tracks like Mind Over Matter or Drama. Yeah. Why? Because it got this heavy beat and his, man, Ice-T's vocals and his lyrics, crazy.
Deep.
Public Enemy, for sure. Yeah. And then later comes the time when I jump. It's then, of course, the G-Funk era. And
still love this music.
Love it. And
it's classic, you know.
And now I'm still young, so I'm totally into this heavy trap. I love trap. I like this lean music or whatever they call it. You know, I don't have any doubts, or I'm not a hater. So for me, I'm very open-minded. I digest it. If I like it, cool. I go with it. If I don't like it, I don't make a big deal out of it. You know? Man. I like auto-tune as well. I like Travis Scott is for me one of the biggest artists at the moment, even though he uses auto-tune, because a lot of people hate this. But for me, everything is a form of art. Yeah. Doesn't matter how easy or not. And like you said before, you know, also in sports or whatever it is, we make our life so complicated, but it can be so easy. Yes, you know. Man. But we always forget how easy it is. So go the easy way. I put myself into wine clubs. And I put myself, you know, you can put like 10 euro.
Imagine you were
you can put 5 euro. 10 euro, 15 euro, these are like the things. So I started with 15 euro, 10 euro, and then I started with 7 euro. Amazing. Yeah. And you have sometimes wines for 7 euros, and you're like, Wow!
I can tell you, especially in Germany, you can find a lot of, you know, very entry-level wines. Are amazing, you know.
Perfect.
Young people putting so much effort because they want to reach something and don't have the market, so the prices are very low. So people drink as much as possible from
yeah,
it.
Yeah, the little decline Winzer, as you say. And I remember this region, I mean, the Weingürtel, the wine changed through climate change and everything.
Yeah,
so it was like, I remember 6 years ago, I was really into Austrian wines and Switzerland wines, Austria more. And then now, like you said, there is a lot of good German wine, but I don't have the access to it. So you have to stick behind it. And where do you drink German wine when you're not in Germany?
Yeah, true. And it should be like you can drink wine, or I drink wine where I am from the region then.
This is what I do, by the way.
Yeah.
Wherever I am, if I'm with the promoter, not with a big ass DJ who like, I pay or you pay. With the promoter, it's always like they get nervous when it's about wine. You're like, hey, please, from the region and surprise me, you know, surprise me. This is how I can still learn about wine.
This is a good
Ordering wine, you don't learn.
Yeah.
Because you will order more or less
what you know already.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Very good spirit. Love it. Last time I was watching your live tasting behind the wall with the amazing vinyl
records.
A lot, you know. And the sympathetic thing. Somebody asked you why you are not having any sets
recorded.
Recorded.
You wrote right away. I saw you watching.
And,
I freaked out.
No, man. And then this was the truest and very not only sympathetic, but a very, very good, valuable answer that you said, hey guys, I going around, people pay a lot of money to come and see me live, and then I give around the presets or the recordings.
I have this all the time.
Yes,
you know, in a time of internet and everything, everybody wants something for free.
Yeah.
Which is okay, you get it for free. I mean, every kid got these days €9.90, Netflix, $9.99, Spotify or Apple Music, so you are listening to music for free, kind of way, which destroyed the music industry already.
Your business.
And everybody is like, oh, did you record the set, track ID, record the set, track ID. I'm like, no. I don't give track IDs. I don't record my sets because it's exclusive for you, everyone who takes the effort. Some people have no money for that.
Yes,
so they are like saving their money for 2-3 weeks to go to see their favorite DJ.
Crazy.
You know, so they pay the money, they get dressed, they're excited and everything. And you are just sitting at home. I mean, also there are people who have not the possibility, I totally understand, but the majority is just lazy. Yeah. They don't go out, they want everything in their room and everything. No, man, no. You come and discover. Well, I had to go every Tuesday and every Thursday to the record store to find those records and fight with Oliver Bonsu and this DJ and this DJ because there are only 3 copies, you know. I want to bring this back, you know, and that's why the edits, that's why the young DJs who send me tracks, they're also, why you don't track ID and make promotion for us? I'm like, bro, it's promotion enough if I play it 1 year and the people get to know this record and then it comes out somewhere, you can always video my gig and say, hey, this is my track, this is my track, this is my track.
It's maybe more promotion than in a different way.
Super.
Much more.
I'm doing
and realer.
Yeah, I'm doing my job. I'm playing music. And I don't want these recordings. And if I record something, bro, I sit in this room, you saw my room, for 6 months, and always with a bottle or 3 or 4 bottles of wine. Sometimes I pass out in that room by compiling a CD. But you don't have this anymore, you know, doing a CD. It's so sad, actually.
You surely remember the time that you make the mixtapes, you know, meet with friends and somebody brought a new release or something.
This is how it works. Still now, huh? When I do mix CDs, my last mix CD was, what was, I don't know, or when I do Radio 1, BBC Radio 1, this is how I do. I compile first the music, and then when I start the first mixes and everything, I have always friends around, and we get drunk, we smoke and everything, and then you jam. And then the next day, you know exactly, this is how I should mix it. And then you mix it again because you know you made 1 million mistakes because you're drunk. It sounds perfect for the night, not the day after. So yeah, and that's why also no recorded sets in the club, you know, because it's the moment, and in that moment it sounds amazing. Tomorrow record it in your car or something. it could sound awkward.
Yeah.
Because the keys, there are so many people who could like find.
And maybe the system is not working right.
Yeah,
you know, the sound music. Yeah.
I never know. You never know.
Yeah, true. Yeah, very good. This is what I love, and I'm really sad actually that I miss. It's a long time ago that we made to sit around the jamming that you said before, and right now I'm kind of thinking. Sometimes people ask me, "What can I give you as a gift?" And to good friend of mine, I say, "Can you give me a mixtape?" You know, a mixtape.
Yeah, make a mixtape.
To have something, you know.
You can still buy CDs, but where do you play the CD?
No.
You have a tape deck still?
No, the thing, I have one, no, I have mini disc, you know.
I have mini disc and I have a tape deck. And I'm on eBay the whole time to find a good Tascam or something like, but you don't find them.
Yeah,
it's very difficult.
No, the thing is not the mixtape. I just want to say you can do a mixtape. Today the mixtape is maybe a Spotify playlist, you know.
Is enough.
But only 12 tracks.
Is enough.
And can you imagine if I ask you, or the different way around, please give me just your 12 tracks?
No problem.
Yeah, I know, but there's not only 12, so you have to jump in and maybe to see, okay, what is, for example, when I do for you, then I say, what is for a guy I know, you know, listen to hip hop, maybe something.
It comes from the heart.
Yeah, and then you have to collect something and to jump in the other, spirit somewhere, you know. Yeah, it's a good thing. Maybe we should, people start again and make mixtapes and share a bottle of wines with them.
But only 12, 14 tracks.
Yeah, it's not more.
Because then it's too much.
Yes. All right. Yeah, I think so. I have finished all my questions. It was pretty easy, wasn't it?
Easy.
So then I have just to say to the people out there, Hip-Hop, Leute.
Stell jetzt deine ganz persönliche Weinfrage auf asktoni.de.